Hi, I'm Marcel, Vice President of Marketing at Portrait Displays. Dell and Portrait Displays share a long-lasting partnership and passion for color-managed display solutions. The latest addition to Dell's Calman-ready products supporting Calman's auto calibration feature is the brand new UltraSharp U3226Q, a 32-inch 4K QD OLED monitor of the popular UltraSharp series. Portrait Displays has continuously improved and simplified display calibration solutions, ultimately resulting in Calman's advanced color engine also being used in Dell Color Management apps. As such, today I'm very excited to show you what calibration solutions are available and how easily they allow you to manage your display's color to achieve the best possible calibration results outside of our standalone Calman calibration software. Today we'll cover, first, how to calibrate the display by using the Dell Color Management app and its built-in colorimeter. Second, how to calibrate the U3226Q with Dell Color Management app and an external colorimeter, like our C6 HDR5000. And third, utilize Dell's server-based calibration tool, the DCM console, by accessing Dell Color Management over IP to activate U3226Q's built-in meter for autonomous remote calibrations. So, let's dive into Dell Color Management. I'll begin by connecting the monitor using the active Thunderbolt 4 cable that came in the box together with the monitor. This cable handles both video and communication, ensuring a straightforward setup. Ensure the Thunderbolt cable is plugged into the designated port located back here at the center of the monitor. This is the only Thunderbolt port on this monitor made for both video and communication. Next, connect the other end of the Thunderbolt cable to your laptop. Make sure you have the latest version of the Dell Color Management 4.0 app installed on your computer. It is available for free at the download link in our video description. Now, launch the Dell Color Management app. Next, click on the Calibration tab and choose Calibrate Color Space. But before you can do that, you actually have to enter a PIN that protects all the previous calibrations. That's a very neat thing if you don't want anybody playing around with your previous calibrations. Now in our case, we just used a favorite date and submit the PIN. You see, it also can remember the PIN so you don't have to enter the PIN all the time again while you're in this application. So once you've picked your Calibrate Color Space, click Start, then choose the internal meter option. And since we have not connected any external meter, there is actually no option to change it, so it's already offering you just the option that's available. And you see it says Dell U3226Q internal meter. And click Next. When the meter is successfully detected, select it and follow the prompts, including defining which color modes should be calibrated. So once we're not using an external meter, we also don't have to worry about the meter positioning. So you can ignore those prompts and just move on. Pick the color standard you want to calibrate. In this case, I'll use BT709 for HD color and click Next. The internal meter now is actually coming out and the display starts its auto and self-calibration process. The calibration process for one color mode takes approximately 5 minutes. It's resetting the monitor to its native color state and then performing patch readings for red, green, and blue and white. After profiling the panel, Dell Color Management will create all the different color profiles based on the chosen color targets. So upon completion, review the delta E average. This number should be around 1 or even less for expected calibration results in SDR color spaces. Now you see in our case it's 0.48, which is actually pretty awesome. So that is exactly what we want to see. So click View Report. The report includes a 1931 CIE chart showing color gamut validation and detailed color measurements. Review the bar graph displaying delta E values for each color and note the average delta E. You can click Print to save the report as a PDF, for example, for future references and for sharing. Finally, click Finish and return to the dashboard to manage your color profiles. The built-in meter can be specifically neat if you want to calibrate several picture modes that would cause downtimes during calibration. So with Dell's Scheduler tool, as a part of the Dell Color Management app, scheduling calibration sessions outside typical working hours literally becomes a no-brainer. Once you have picked the internal meter, initiate the calibration and follow the exact steps described at the beginning of this video. Before you can use it, you have to activate Automatic Schedule Enabled. And what you see then is that you can prompt before starting sessions. You can also carry out in a standby mode. You can say, I want to have a calibration every 200 hours or a periodic one. You can actually pick a date and also in which cadence you want to have those calibrations being performed. Then you again pick the different calibrations you want to have being performed and proceed with the workflow as already shown at the beginning of this video. To activate your scheduled calibrations, just click Apply to finish your setup. What's more, the 1D and 3D LUT calibration results are also stored directly inside the monitor's memory. So the results are preserved even if you switch to another PC, whereas most other monitors rely on the PC's GPU to store calibration settings. Now, if you don't use the Dell Color Management at all, you still can initiate and manage calibrations directly via the monitor's on-screen menu. The U3226Q will then use its internal built-in meter to calibrate the monitor to its predefined color targets as shown in the OSD. If you want to use an external meter, you will have to install the Dell Color Manage app first. The U3226Q and other Dell UltraSharp models can also be calibrated with the Dell Color Management app and an external colorimeter, such as our C6 HDR5000 meter that I'm using here. If you want to calibrate the U3226Q or another UltraSharp model with an external colorimeter, all you need to do is choose the external meter option at the beginning of the DCM calibration workflow. So to show you the difference between the internal and external meter, I just start the calibration process one more time. I pick my calibrate color space, push start. As you see now, the Portrait C6 HDR5000 colorimeter shows up in the menu, and I will choose this instead of the internal meter to proceed with the calibration. You can now follow the prompts to ensure that you place your meter correctly in the center of the screen, and it also reminds you to open up the meter and remove the diffuser so that you can do a proper calibration. Once you have done this, you can click Next, pick the color space or color target you want to calibrate. Well, in this case, I will pick just sRGB because we did the BT709 with the internal meter, and initiate the calibration. So you see the calibrations results are equally impressive. So we have a delta E error of about 0.46, and it's the same thing. If you really want to have a detailed look at the calibration results, you click View Report, and here you see we're basically at a point where we have an average delta of 2.46. You can print this, create a PDF, and then move on. And if you're done, just click Finish, and you will return to your calibration initiation page. Dell has also expanded its calibration capabilities for the UltraSharp U3226Q by adding a server-based calibration option for color maintenance via IP connection for project groups and distributed teams. As remote workforces require a different approach for color-managed contribution, remote calibration via Dell's DCM console allows IT admins to schedule, perform, and manage remote calibrations of single or entire fleets of monitors using Dell Color Management clients. One very neat feature of the Dell Color Management console is that you have the option to lock all the color settings for all devices collaborating on a project to ensure everyone sees the same image regardless of whether they are sitting next to me here in Seattle, down in Los Angeles, or across the globe in Seoul or Mumbai. Here's how it works. Once Dell Color Management is installed with the server configuration and connected online, the Dell U3226Q is registered within the DCM console, functioning like Dell Color Management in the cloud. IP administrators find your monitor online and manage the display remotely. The Remote Configuration tab basically gives access to a mirrored version of all the color modes and memory slots you find in your local Dell Color Management app. The admin has the option to either schedule or start an instant calibration based on the project and workplace requirements of the user. Once the calibration is initiated, the built-in meter is being activated to read the color values from the screen and run the same calibration that you would run locally from your Dell Color Management app on your PC. Calibration and validation reports for all picture modes can be downloaded via DCM console. Scheduler allows not only planning calibrations, but provides schedule options for color validations, ensuring that calibrations only are initiated if the panel's color or white point drifted in a way that a recalibration of the display is recommended. The admin can exactly define when the validation will be performed. Besides calibration and validation tasks, DCM Console also gives admins access to panel settings, from luminance and color controls to system power and locking OSD hardware buttons, so calibrations and monitor settings cannot be changed by users on-site. Overall, DCM Console is a great feature for any mid-size and large company managing displays and workplaces with a staff not needing to understand calibration procedures at all. By managing display settings remotely, the workforce only needs to focus on creativity or productivity, while the admins do the rest. Thank you for watching our Dell Color Management tutorial for calibrating Dell's brand new 32-inch 4K QD OLED with Dell Color Management software. Feel free to leave any question or comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, we'll see you on the next one.